This video is a comprehensive look at the 4 different areas for premium subscribers. We'll go through all 4 of these. The 4 are collaboration, notes, reporting, and then user support. First, we're going to look at collaboration. If we go to the menu on the top left and we go down to manage other users, in this area, a master user can invite other users to be either a write participant on the deceased account or a read-only participant. So on this screen, you can see that we have 4 users, the Martin siblings. Joe Martin being the oldest, he's in charge, and he's the master user. He is the one who invited the other 3. Rena and Luke are both write users, so they can make changes just like Joe and participate in answering questions or assigning status. Jane has been relegated to be a read-only user, so Jane is not able to make changes, but Jane is able to look at all the information that's on here. And here, if you click over to the right in pending users, you'll see there are no outstanding invitations. But for these, they all were invited to participate in the Edward Martin account. As you can see at the top, it says manage other users, Edward Martin. And everyone who's on here has to be a premium user to participate in the collaboration on a single account. So with this capability, people can use the HeirList application as a single repository for data tracking, kind of a command center for everyone. It needs to have a master user and someone to be the coordinator of who participates. But once that person allows them in, everybody can sort of do their own thing and see what's going on, and you can divide and conquer with all the work that's most likely to take place. So that is the collaboration and invite other users. So next, we're going to go to the notes section. So notes refers to user notes. So we go to the menu. Sorry, I'll show you that again. We go to the menu down to the bottom. Under edits, there's notes. So within notes, there are 3 types of notes. The first is general, and these would be notes for kind of a top level area. They're not assigned to a specific question or item. They're overall. So you can see Luke is talking about how he'll update the rest of the family. Jane is talking about how she'll update mom, things of that nature. If you look at the top right, there's 3 options. That was general. The next one we're going to click is for questions. So for questions, these are notes that relate to specific IDRS questions of the 100 questions that are in the application. It doesn't have the verbiage, but it has the question letter for brevity. So you can see that for all the different questions, you can see who wrote it, when they wrote it, what the title is, and then what the contents is. So this is very useful with respect to a collaboration where you can assign people different things, you can provide updates to everyone, you can put in information that you've discovered, you can put down due dates. There's all sorts of information that can be put both here, and let me go click over here on the right, and in the items. So this is the same as the questions, except for these are for the individual IDRS items, the 941 things that we start with. And one thing to recognize, you can't change other people's notes, and actually they can't be deleted. Even if Luke quit the application, his notes would remain here after his departure. The only ways to clear them would be to delete the entire account, or the other way that possibly could be done, but it would be erasing all of the notes, is the clear data if done by the master user. So one other thing I'm going to show you is how to add a note. So if you look down here at the plus sign, if you click on that, if you click on the plus sign, I have to go to question notes. If you click on the plus sign under question notes, you'll see that there's a light gray drop down that has an A in it. If you click on that, it provides you with all the questions, so you can go create a new note. So I could do one for Z, and then I hit done on the top. So that pre-populates the question. It's related to question Z, and then I can give it a title, testing for video, and then just add whatever. And one trick with notes, you always have to save them. So there's a save button at the bottom. If you don't save them, nothing will happen. So we click on that. The note has been added successfully. And if we go to, click over on question notes again. If we go down to the bottom, we will see that Rena Martin, that's whose account I'm in right now, had added this note on April 27th, 2021. So that is notes. So the next is reports. And if you go to the first subsection of the menu, click on reports, you'll see there are 6 reports that you can click all of them in the all above reports, and you can email them to yourself, or you can click individual ones if there are just a few that you want to see. So I'm not going to take you into the actual reports themselves and the PDFs in this video, but I am going to point out what they are. So the first one, report 1, shows you by the 8 categories of which items by number. It actually shows the number in boxes, what the status is. Is it open? Is it closed? Is it not applicable? Or is it not answered yet? Report number 2 takes a look at the 100 questions, tells you what the latest answer is, who the user that answered that, and which category it's in. Report number 3 is a top-level overview, and this gives you percentages, counts, and status for all the different items per all the categories. So this is more of an advanced version of the Your Progress sheet that's in the menu. Report 4 is the huge one, and we always like to joke, never print out Report 4. It's, in this case, it's 146 pages, and it walks through the entire 941 items. It shows you what the latest status is, who recorded that, what time they recorded, what question, and what category that it's associated with. And so it's, like I said, almost 150 pages. In the Report 5, all notes details, it walks through and it shows you first all the general notes and who input them, what the title is, and what the contents are. Then it takes you by question, and then it goes to the question notes, which it shows all the notes that are attributed to different questions, who the user was that put it in, what are the title and contents, and what categories they belong to. Finally, it shows the item notes. So just like the question notes, it shows the who, it shows the when, it also shows what the title was and which item number it was applicable to. So Report 5 will show you all the user input notes by those 3 categories, which are the 3 categories in the note screen. And then in Report 6, this is all user information. It will show you all the user information for your deceased, and it will also show all of your own information about you, when you joined, when you converted a premium, things of that nature. So those are the 6 reports. So the last and final is user support of the 4 premium functions. User support is simply support from we at HeirList with respect to using the application. We would tell you there are more than 100 frequently asked questions on the website, and also available inside, some are inside the app, and there's more than 40 videos that walk you through on how to do different things, including this one. And so we hope you can find your questions and looking for those, but if not, people who are premium users can email a support ticket. If you look at here at the top in the gray box, that's a drop down. Here are some of the different subjects that you might need help on. And then there's a phone number. We're probably not going to call and speak with you by phone, but you can put your phone number down there if you wish. Then there's the screen name if you actually know what the screen name you're having trouble with. Then finally, there's a description, so you can ask specifically what your question is. And then the last thing there is an attachment. So if you have a screenshot or something, some sort of JPEG that you wanted to show us that we can look at, please don't send us any executable files because we won't be able to open them. But you can put an attachment there that maybe shows a screenshot of where you're having problems or what your questions or concerns are, and then you hit send. So that is user support. And again, user support is, one, not meant for technical issues for the application. That's under the bug screen. That's available to both basic and premium users. And it's also not for specific guidance on resolving some of the items. So it's not for accounting questions or legal questions or any of the how to do this. That is something that's inside the knowledge base, and we are unable to answer those kind of questions given that kind of guidance can be more complicated and detailed and probably wouldn't serve best to be inside the application. So those are the premium functions, and we thank you very much for considering premium or signing up.